Today is June 23rd and we are finally back in the field. We were cutting on Tuesday and then got to a field that had quite a bit of weeds in it, and so our farmer went ahead and sprayed the last 3 fields that we have, because with all of these rains, the grass and the weeds have really come on. I mean, all of our farmers' wheat fields were completely clean when we got here, no weeds or anything, and with all this water, that grass and the weeds just really came on strong, and it was really having a hard time going through the machines. So he went ahead and sprayed it for us. So we had to take a few days off to let that spray kind of get those weeds to die, and then now we're finally cutting today. It's about 5 o'clock and we're just getting back in the field. The humidity was really bad this morning, so we didn't get going. So we actually, Wednesday, we went, because we were only about 2.5 hours from Dylan's younger brother, Casey. So we went down to see them and my niece and nephews, and got to visit with them a little bit and hang out and enjoy the day with them. We got down there about lunchtime, and we were planning on coming home that night, but there ended up being a tornado that went right through Matador, which Matador is only about 15 minutes from Casey's house. So we ended up spending about 30 minutes down in their basement, just kind of hanging out. They did not have any damage, just a little bit of wind and some hail, but not bad. So they didn't end up with any damage. But then we decided we'd just go ahead and spend the night. Got up the next morning, and in order to come home, we would normally go through Matador, but they actually had that highway blocked off. So we ended up having to go around, and so we got home Thursday evening. So we still didn't get to cut that day, so we decided we would go out to eat and watch a movie. So we did that Thursday night, and then today we kind of just got up and took a drive out to the state park that's here. So we went hiking, played some putt-putt golf, and boys actually drove go-karts also, and kind of just did that for the day. Decided to go ahead and come out and try it because the wind picked up, and still pretty humid out, but it is finally going through the combine. So it's about 5 o'clock, and so we'll probably just get a few truckloads today before that weather or that moisture starts coming back up once the sun goes down. So we'll just kind of see how it goes for the rest of the day. We are about 300 acres from being done. With all this rain, we've been here a whole lot longer than we thought we would, which really isn't a big deal, just because we don't have a lot of acres in front of us right now because of the drought in Oklahoma, and so we're really not pushed to be anywhere else. So we're just enjoying our time down here and gotten to do a lot of fun things while we've been here. So hopefully, though, that the weather will cooperate with us, and I think it's supposed to be about 100 tomorrow, so that will be good, get these weeds died down, and hopefully by the first of next week we'll be loaded and headed back home. The big boy out. Bolton may never go back to our little one. Today is Monday, June 26th, and it's our first moving day. So we're going to take one combine I'm pulling double grain trailers, and then we'll have the service truck and parts trailer. So our plan is harvest plans. You know how those go. But our plan is to drive all the way home, which is only about 2.5 hours, drop this stuff, and then come back. And then we will load our second machine, the tractor and grain cart, and then we'll hook up to the header or the camper the next morning. And then we'll be headed back home. Our wheat in Kansas is not quite ready yet, so we'll just be hanging around home for a while, getting a few things done. And so I'm pulling the double grain trailers, and I've done that once. I've pulled them to Kansas, so they're pretty close to 100 feet long, not quite, but pretty close. And then tomorrow, I will be pulling my first wide load. In 20 years, I have gotten to learn how to drive a standard pickup, learn how to drive a semi, and got my CDL, do the combine and tractor and grain cart. But I have yet to pull a wide load, so tomorrow that will be my first trip. So hopefully, since it's just a short trip, kind of get a little bit of feel for it and see how that goes. So hopefully that goes well and we don't have anything to report. So that'll be what's going on today.
Kylie's leaving out with her big old load. Karlie made it home with her first wide load. Tell me all about it.
It was fine. I survived.
You survived?
Yeah, I didn't mind it too much at all.
How were your turns?
Good.
Good?
Yeah. I had to make 20
Toughest ones that
were coming home.
Coming to the house, huh?
Yeah.
Hi guys, it's Karlie Neumiller. It is June 28th and we are loading up and leaving Billings, Oklahoma tomorrow morning. We just got the cart loaded and now I will be loading the combines. We have one detach and one triple axle combine trailer, so they're the easier trailers on our fleet to load, so it shouldn't be that hard of a time here. And as you can see, I'm a hot mess. It is very humid out. This job is not glamorous, but it has to be done. So we are getting her done. We got the cart loaded and strapped down. Now we are going to be loading this one on the detach. The hired hands are just getting the ramps out right at the moment. Flags and overload signs are on everything. Dollies underneath grain trailers. We will be wrapping up here soon. The faster and harder and that everybody works, the faster the job gets done. The less time we have to be out here in the heat. So that is what we are up to. I'll give you more of an update as we load here and get on the road tomorrow for Leoti, Kansas. Update, you did not get a full video of him putting the windshield cover on because I had to join him. Right, honey?
Huh?
I had to help you.
Oh, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
We are all loaded up with the equipment and we'll be leaving early morning tomorrow. And now we will be heading home back to the campers to load them up, get them all hooked up so we can just jump in everything and take off in the morning.
Good morning, it is June 30th and the boys are just about to finish up getting the new rotor cage put in. Dylan got one from Precision Farm Parts. It's a different design than what comes in the Gleaner from the factory. So we're going to try this out and see if there's any differences. So he brought that home when he drove back from North Dakota. So since we had the time in between our Oklahoma and Kansas jobs, he decided to go ahead and put that in. It's been a pretty big job. They've been getting up about 6 o'clock in the morning and working till about noon because it just gets so hot being in that tin can basically. So it's taken them about 3 days. This is the 3rd day, and they're just about a few hours from being done. So they'll put the rest of them, right now they're putting the chopper in, then they have to put the rotor back in, and then just put the shields and stuff back on, and it'll be complete. So they've been working really hard. And we'll look forward to seeing if there's any differences at all between the two machines now. Tomorrow we are probably going to be going to the Moreland 4th of July festivities in town, so we'll be looking forward to seeing some friends and hanging out just a little bit before we get busy again back on harvest and end up leaving for good. So we will enjoy that. They're supposed to be having some like turtle races and money dig and volleyball and cornhole, softball. So there'll be lots of activities going on for us and the kids tomorrow. And they normally have swimming, but the Moreland pool is closed down right now for renovations. So hopefully they get that up and going for again next year. But that's kind of what we've been up to the last few days.
Hi guys, it's July 1st. We are in Leoti, Kansas, and we are the whole Neumiller crew is in Leoti. We do have our own campground here. The farmer was very nice and put in 9 spots for us. We have 9 campers here right now. So I was gonna fly my drone later and get some videos of that. But I also wanted to give you an update on, yes, it rained again. So we've been rained out for 2 days. And also, I wanted to explain how much food we end up cooking on a day like this. Normally, for our crew, we do lunch boxes in the field for dinner, and then supper, we bring hot meals out. Or they have to wait till the end of the day, depending on how spread out they are. But today, for dinner, we had breakfast. It consisted of 4 loaves of Texas toast or French toast, 2 pans of egg bake. It was 8 pounds of bacon. It was 6 rings of sausage, 24 muffins. I think that's all I've made, but that was our dinner. We are cooking for 30 people, including our whole crew, all of our families. So, gotta keep these boys fed. Now tonight I will be having lasagna, garlic toast, cake, and lettuce salad. And this is my trick on making my lasagna noodles. I just use my roasters and use both burners to get my water boiling faster. Got my electric frying pan going for my meat. So that is what I'm up to. I will be starting my garlic toast here. It is 3 in the afternoon, and yeah, we have a lot of garlic toast to make and all of my lasagna to get in later, so I will be starting cooking now. All the hired hands just took off for town to pick up fireworks. Sounds like we're having a wiffle ball tournament later, or beanbag toss, I don't know. We have tons of different games, so the guys play. We play ladder golf, bocce ball, yard Yahtzee, we have water twister, we have snake golf, a lot of different games. So who knows which one they're gonna play tonight, but we do try to keep the boys busy so they don't get bored sitting here on rain days, but that is what I'm up to, cooking away. I'll get you a video of our campground. Thanks to our farmer for building it for us. See you guys later.
Today is July 3rd and I am in my house and have been packing up some boxes and stuff today. While we have some time, since we haven't had a job for a little bit, that's kind of what I've been doing, is working in the house while the boys kind of do some other things outside with either the combines. Right now they're making some new ramps for the combine trailer, so they're keeping themselves busy. So I'm just kind of doing some things here in the house. Got lots of boxes already packed up. That's actually got a couple big things still on the wall, but all my major pictures and things like that are off the walls and already packed up. And so the kitchen is almost packed up. I've got a few more boxes for like dishes and glasses and stuff, but other than that, my cabinets and drawers are empty. So I've at least had time to do that, so that's helpful. Yesterday we had a really exciting and enjoyable day. We went to the Tinker Air Force Base and watched the air show. They had planes from all over fly in to demonstrate their capabilities and just watch those massive planes. They had some do some tricks and stuff, and the Blue Angels were also there, so those were really awesome. They did a reenactment of Pearl Harbor. That one was really interesting and had big bombs and everything to go along with that reenactment. And so even though it was an extremely hot day, we all had a really good time, and then ended the evening at a cookout with some friends, and the kids shot fireworks and stuff. So we had a really long day, but it was very enjoyable, and I'm glad that we took the kids and did that. So that's kind of what we're doing. We plan on taking a combine tomorrow to Kansas to cut our small little job there, and then we have we're going to drop one of the combines off at Calvesta to get a wiring harness. It's kind of been having some issues, so they're going to put a new one of those in for us, and hopefully that will help. And then other than that, that's kind of what we're just kind of in wait mode, I guess, until Nebraska gets ready. So we'll just kind of possibly give us time to pack up more of the house and kind of get that kind of stuff wrapped up, so that we when we do have time to come home after harvest is over, that the house will be packed and we can just put it in the trailer and head back, instead of trying to pack everything, load it, and then head back to North Dakota. So I guess all things work out the way they're supposed to. So with us having not having a job, that gave us the extra time to do the house stuff. So things always work out. We just sometimes don't know why at first, but anyway, so that's kind of what we've been up to.
Just about 400 feet above the ground, he'll come over the top and complete a barnstormer's loop, one of the smallest loops you will ever see in your life.
Right there in the middle. Meanwhile, at Bellows Field and Airfield on the northeastern coast of the island, more U.S. Army air pilots are racing for their P-40s. Unfortunately, Japanese Zeros appear at the same time and started strafing runs. One P-40 pilot was killed as he stepped into his cockpit. Two other P-40 pilots were shot down just as they got off the ground. Also on this side of the island, Cornelia Fort was flying her interstate cadet just like Jelly Belly. She was a flight civilian flight instructor. She was wounded by the Japanese as she escaped.
Today is July 5th, and we are just getting home from our Kansas job. I hope everybody had a happy and safe 4th of July. We actually were cutting yesterday in Kansas, and I got to watch fireworks from the combine cab, as well as when I was driving the truck into the elevator. So that was really nice to be able to see those and not miss out on the festivities. We were in Larned, Kansas yesterday. We had one farmer, one field for the state of Kansas, and so we got that whacked out in one day. It should have been a really short, easy day. There was actually only 60 acres and we had planned on going up there and coming home. But of course, we had an issue and we had a radiator hose blowout. So Dylan had to drive all the way to Calvesta to get that. So that basically ended up being like 3 hours because we were an hour and a half from Calvesta. So instead of it just being a short, easy day and us finishing and coming home, we ended up being able to dump one truck before the elevator closed. They closed at 6 o'clock yesterday, so their employees could go enjoy festivities. Luckily, it fit on the 2 trucks that we had, and we're able to dump them this morning. So we ended up spending the night at a hotel because we did not take the camper since it was just going to be a one-time thing. And we got up this morning and it was raining, and so luckily we got all of the crop out for the farmer before that, and he was pretty excited about that as well. We are going to load this machine and take it to Calvesta. It's the one having the wiring harness problem, so they are loading it up and going to take it back to Kansas tomorrow, and hopefully they'll have that finished in a few days, and we'll just pick it back up before we head to Nebraska. So I'm not sure exactly when our Nebraska stuff will be ready. We talked to the farmer. It's been a few days, but he still thought he was about a week or 10 days out. So that may give us some time again to keep packing up the house and see how all that transpires. So that's kind of what's been going on the last few days here.
Unbroken chain link. It's stretching.
Guess what? You're on the bottom.
You're not free though. Because you can't do what you want to do.
I guess that is you.
All you can do.